What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's Friday evening here in Findlay, Ohio, and I'm getting ready to have a beer. For the last couple of days, we've been doing some lighter beers, and we're going to continue that trend today. So today I'm going to look at Slightly Mighty Low-Cal IPA by Dogfish Head Brewing. Dogfish Head is a brewery most of you are probably familiar with. I expect they have nationwide distribution at this point. They were kind of early, I guess, one of the early giants in the craft beer industry. And, you know, they've made a good name for themselves over the year. They put out some really good beers. They have a 90-minute and 120-minute IPA. Festina Peach is one that I really like. Sequench Ale, Midas Touch. They've got all kinds of stuff. I kind of like them for their creativity. I know they've done a lot of historical beers. I know they took different, historical recipes and then try to remake them and sell them as in modern times. I think it's a pretty cool idea going back to the origins of beer and bringing that stuff to the public now. So I think it's a pretty cool brewery in that regard. And they're out of Milton, Delaware. I know they're now associated with the Boston Beer Company. I think that happened a couple of years ago. So they're in the Sam Adams group. Not exactly sure how that works out, but they are in that group now. So I went to the website to check out their brewery and facilities. It looked like they had a couple of different spots in Milton, Rehoboth Beach, and Lewis, Delaware, depending on which place you were looking at. I know some of them said no seating indoors for food, it could just be pickup. Beer was for pickup. Other locations did have seating, but you had to reserve it. So I guess it really depends where you're at, what the situation is going to be with Dogfish Head. So we'll check this beer out today. It has a little blurb on the side here. This low-cal IPA is brewed with mighty aromatic hop varieties that deliver tropical notes with a slightly sweet balance provided by the monk fruit extract. All right, not sure I know what monk fruit tastes like, so this is going to be interesting to see if I can pick that up. Again, since we're doing the low-carb, low-calorie beers, this one comes in at 95 calories and 3.6 carbs. So for the more health-conscious folks out there, here's an option for you. I also am kind of digging that we're having these low-cal beers from the bigger breweries. I mean, I think when I first started drinking beer, the only light stuff you had was Miller, Coors, and Bud, none of which I'm particularly a fan of. So it's good to see them doing some different things here, like these IPAs or lower calorie or lighter versions of these. So you can still have a little bit of flavor when you're going to drink a light beer. All right, let's check it out. Today for the glassware, I'm going with the Findlay crafted glass. They're in Findlay, Ohio. If you're around, you should check them out. They're really good. Let's see what we got. Ratings on this. Untapped gave it a 3.5. Beer Advocate a 3.62. And the rating is an 82 good. So this tied the So Low we had yesterday from Goose Island. It actually pours pretty nicely. Color. Looks kind of golden color. From where I'm sitting, it almost looks a tiny bit hazy, but I don't know if it's just the light playing games with my eyes. Looks a little bit hazy. Pretty effervescent, fair amount of bubbles. As far as the head, I think this has the nicest head of any of these light beers we've tried so far. I mean, that's a good, at least the width of my thumb. Looks kind of frothy, and it's actually hanging around. Didn't pour and dissipate in about 0.2 seconds like most of the others did. Smell. Breathe it in. Haven't done that in a while. Smell. You pick up some citrus. Kind of maybe a pineapple thing going on. And then maybe you definitely pick up some kind of hops as well, like a little bit of a piney smell as well. Yeah, it smells pretty good. It smells like an IPA. Taste. Comparing this to yesterday's IPA, I think this has a stronger taste to it. The one yesterday was nice, but it was kind of like you took an IPA and then kind of watered it down a bit. I think this one has more of that traditional IPA taste. It's still nowhere near what you'd expect, but I think this has got a bit of a stronger taste. The initial taste, I think, is kind of hoppy. You get a little bit of pininess to it. I wouldn't say it's full pine, but you do pick up a little bit of pininess in it. You do pick up the sweetness from the fruits. Again, maybe I'm not 100% sure what the monk fruit tastes like, but to me, you definitely get a citrus fruit kind of taste. Something maybe along the lines of pineapple or mango, something like that. But it has a nice fruity taste to it, a nice slight bitterness to it. I think this one doesn't really fade off. Like I said yesterday, you kind of had the flavors in it just dropped. I think this one kind of stays fairly consistent. As far as the body, it's pretty light, but this isn't quite as light as the ones we've had earlier in the week. I think this has got a little bit more to it. So this is maybe light to light medium as opposed to that kind of on the verge of watery like the others were. Overall, this is a pretty solid beer. If you're looking to cut some calories and still want to have a beer that kind of tastes like a beer, I think this would be a decent option for you. So Slightly Mighty Low-Cal IPA from Dogfish Head gets the thumbs up. I would drink another one of these. And as I continue to try to get a little healthier, I probably will drink some more of these. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. As always, if you have any comments about the beers, please jump in below in the comments. And if you have any family or friends that might be interested in beer videos, feel free to share. Thanks. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. And until next time, cheers.